Raise your hand if you're an author who would like more reviews for their book. Yep, we all want more reviews for our books, especially if they are a rave. But can we do that? And which services that promise more reviews are legit? Well, today I'm reviewing Voracious readers only. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm MK Williams. I'm an author and independent publisher. I love sharing my insights about all things self-publishing with you. Before I get into the details about today's topic, don't forget to hit subscribe. You'll be notified when I put out new videos every week about self-publishing, making a career as an author, and now being a mompreneur. So I did a video recently talking all about the importance of reviews for authors and book review services in general. So I'll link up here so you can watch that one. I'm going to dive into this specific review today. I first heard about Voracious readers only through one of my channel members, SD Houston. Yes, the same SD who co-hosts the AuthorTube Writing Conference. And so she recommended that I check this out. Now, the nice thing with Voracious readers only is that everybody does a free promotion with them first. There's no option to just be like, shut up and take my money. They put everybody through this process where you're getting a free promotion. So that was really nice. Now I had signed up to promote Interview with a Van Lifer, which at the time was the latest thing that I had published. So I scheduled this to go live on December 4th. Now the free promotion was that I would get up to 20 opt-ins for my newsletter. And each of those people in exchange would get a free copy of Interview with a Van Lifer, with the expectation being they would read it and leave an honest review. And they got reminders from Voracious readers only to do just that. Now, those first 20 signups came in over a few days. It was very exciting to see people coming in and requesting it. Now, of those first 20 people, how many actually left a review? So I think the great thing about Voracious readers only is that they set good expectations, and that what I, as the author, I'm getting is somebody to sign up for my newsletter, and in exchange, somebody's getting a free copy of my book. That is the true extent of the transaction, right? But the hope and the directions given to the people who are signing up is that you need to be leaving a review because you're getting a free copy of the book, even if you don't like the book, but you're getting a free copy. And so of those people who signed up, this first 20 people, 6 of them left me a review. Some was just on Goodreads, some was on Amazon, some did BookBub. So this was a good group of reviewers that did a good job of posting for the review and doing so on multiple platforms. So that was really exciting to see a few of the reviewers actually take that review and post it not only just on Goodreads, but also to Amazon. I would say these were like the pro reviewers within that first grouping of 20. Now, of that first grouping, I did have a few people who reached out to say, hey, I never got the story I asked for. Can you resend it to me? So that was really great that they were doing that. I elected the option with Voracious readers only that they would tell me, this person wants the book, this is their email address. They understand that when they requested the book that they were going to be signed up for your email subscription, and then it was on me to send the email to that individual and to add them manually to my mailing list. I could have done the option where I would not have gotten anybody on my mailing list, and Voracious readers only would have had the file and directly sent it to them. I could have done that option, but then I wouldn't have had anybody new on my mailing list. And so I wanted to be able to communicate to say, hey, did you get the file? Please don't forget to leave a review. So I think doing that, first, I was really happy as somebody coming from like an email background that they had that compliance in there, specifically stating like these people were told they were opting into your newsletter. That was very good. They were very clear with that on all sides. So check. Awesome. Great point for Voracious readers only with email compliance. So the options that I had saying, okay, Voracious readers only is going to send me this person wants your book is I could send them the file directly. I could send them a link to my PayHip with a coupon code where they would, purchase for free with the coupon code, and then they'd be added to my list. So there were a lot of different things that I could have done, and I wanted it to just be short, simple, and easy. Of my years doing email marketing, the fewer steps for the end user, the better. So what I did is I just wrote to the person, and I had an email already drafted. Hello, name. Thank you so much for requesting a copy of Interview with a Van Lifer from Voracious readers only. I've attached the EPUB file here. Here's a link to directions for how you need to upload it, which was provided by Voracious readers only, which was super helpful. And I would send it. But then I knew I was risking being hit by spam filters. And obviously a few of the people who reached out saying, I didn't see the book. What's going on? I realized that is what happened. the attachment got caught. So I did see a few of those responses come in where people actually confirmed that they got it. Again, I would say this group of the first 20 were like the primo book reviewers. These are people who know what they're doing. They request books all the time, but they're very good at following up. And again, a few people did reach out saying that they didn't get the file. Voracious Readers Only told them to contact me. So I want to give big kudos to Voracious Readers Only for doing a great job to follow up with connecting me and the readers for any technical issues. So this first group was really engaged, and they had a much better review percentage. So Voracious Readers Only after that point, after the first 20, says, hey, we have a monthly subscription for $30. But if you did just the first free trial, you get this evergreen promotion, which is free for the first 6 weeks. So for 6 weeks, you can try just this continuous getting your book out to people before you do the $30 a month. So I gave this a try from January 21st through March 4th. That was 6 weeks. So in that extended time period of the evergreen promotion, how many subscribers did I get? I got 91 new subscribers for my fiction newsletter. Yay! So these are people that I can now tell about all my fiction works as they're coming out. But how many reviews did I get? I got a total of 7 new reviews. 7. So I would say that this grouping of reviewers was not nearly as savvy, not nearly as experienced as the first group. And so I would say if I'm Voracious Readers Only, I'm going to make sure if people are trying out my product, I'm going out to my star readers first. People who have the best review percentages, things like that, to get people to then sign on for more. But the second grouping, I even had one woman say, great, I read it. How do I leave you a review? I've never done this before. And having to tell her okay, well, you can set up an account with Goodreads. You can go to Amazon. I'm like, do you not know how to review a book? So that was some of what I saw with the second grouping. Now, for this round, I had also perfected my email system to make sure I wasn't getting caught in spam. So I would send the message of hey, you requested this, here it is attached. And then an hour later, I would send a follow-up email saying, did you get the EPUB file? So that seemed to get me a better confirmation that people did get the story, or that I needed to resend it, or that for some reason, if the file didn't work, I could send them a different format type. So that was definitely the best practice I realized, was that send the email and then follow up within an hour. I knew if I sent the email and then I sent the confirmation right away, both of them would probably end up in spam. So kind of separating the time frame there was really good. So of the 31 people, now again, 91 people subscribed, 31 people confirmed that they received it. Only 7 left a review. So some of these people may have very long TBRs. So I might be seeing some reviews trickle in for the next few months. They may have read it and maybe they just didn't like it. That's totally possible. And if they decided not to say anything instead of leaving a bad review, I can obviously appreciate that. They could have just read it, liked it, and moved on. Who knows why all these people didn't leave a review, but that was definitely what my end game was for this. So the ultimate question is, does Voracious Readers Only help to get more reviews? And yes, I did in fact get more reviews. I have 13 new reviews. The majority of them are on Goodreads. Did these reviews result in more sales? I would say no. I did use BookBrush to make some creative highlighting the reviews. I posted reviews on all my social media so that other potential readers would see them and think hey, that sounds pretty good. And in that case, I did not get any additional sales on the book. Or it's a short story, so it's also a hard sell in that way. Now, I'm not trying to say that the service didn't work, because they didn't promise me more sales. They put the author in touch with avid readers who are nudged and reminded to leave reviews. As an author, I now have more subscribers on my newsletter. So that's not nothing. So I would say for their promise of hey, we're going to get your book out to people who like to read, I would say absolutely, multiple times a day, I was having to send this out. These were people who were excited to read the story, why they didn't follow through, whether they actually didn't get the file, whether they just have a really long TBR because they're getting lots of free books now to read and review. I don't know. But to the end of, did Voracious Readers Only do what they said they were going to do? Yes. And it is a ethical, legitimate way to try and get more reviews, to say, hey, I want to get my book to more people for free and ask them to leave a review. So everything was above board, and I was really impressed with that. From my point of view, though, to pay $30 a month going forward, it just didn't seem like the best ROI, and specifically for Interview with a Van Lifer, which is a short story, which I price lower than all of my other books. But at the same time, I was trying to set up the test to say, well, you can read this in one sitting. So I was trying to set up the test for more success, but also even if I sold like 100 copies of Interview with a Van Lifer every month, which would be fantastic and amazing, please go buy a copy. That would be just breaking even on that $30 a month because it only sells for 99 cents. It's a really low price point. So that's something to keep in mind too when you're going into this, to say, am I giving out lots of copies? Is this going to be sold into a series or something like that? So I'm not currently using the service anymore for my MK Williams pen name or for Interview with a Van Lifer. I have more people on my mailing list. I hope that they stay on and I can talk to them about my additional fiction works that come out and some of the things that I'm going to talk about as I'm starting to write the rom-com and give you guys more information on that, is that I'm realizing the error of my ways of, I write what I write, everything's all under one name. That's great. It's confusing to the Amazon algorithm. It's probably confusing to these new readers who are finding me to say like, well, I want more of this, but you don't have any more of this. You kind of have everything all over the place. I'm like, yeah, I do. I have a little bit of everything. Come check it out. But that's not always appealing to readers. And so as I work on the new pen name for romance, I think the service could be absolutely helpful to get me started in terms of having an audience to market to say, hey, I'm writing this rom-com, please join my mailing list so I can give you updates on this one and next ones. So I may try it again in the near term. So I definitely want to say Voracious readers only did a good job what they promised. They were very good with their email compliance, which makes me happy. And they really, these were Voracious readers. These were avid readers. They just may not all be star reviewers. I think that's a generous way to say that. So anyways, I want to know, have you used the service? What was your experience? What were your smart tips for making sure people got the file and then left a review? How did you turn your reviews into sales? Any tips on promoting them? Let's keep the conversation going in the comments below so we can all help each other out. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. Hit subscribe and maybe even that shiny thanks button that lets YouTube know that you're getting value from this information and they can get it in front of other authors like us. Now you can get back to writing your book. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. And before you head off elsewhere in YouTube to watch more videos, whether on my channel or another channel, I did want to let you know that you can support this channel and get more information that can make a really positive impact on your author career by joining the channel membership that I have right here on YouTube for this channel. So what I'm going to be doing is providing additional videos each month. They're going to be really like a mastermind deep dive on a specific topic to help your author business. And you can just head to the homepage for this channel, as you can see here, and click join. Boom. And you can see that there's multiple options. There's a tier each month where it's really to make you feel good about supporting the channel. You get some custom badges for your comments. But the one you'll probably really want is the ambitious author tier, where you're going to be getting some members only videos once a month that I mentioned. So I would really be excited if you join the membership and we can work on our author businesses together this year. So hope to see you chatting and joining in with those videos.